Yo YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Kari.HQ here, back again with another video for y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And today, guys, I'm in Las Palmas, one of the Miradores most famous here in Medellin. This is where a lot of action goes down. This is where they do the stunt shows at night. Over here, right on this road. Before we get into today's video, let's do a little appreciation for my beautiful bike. Her name is officially Diana, okay? Now she's a beauty, all right? You guys tell me another bike that is beautiful as this one, man, because I haven't seen it. Maybe I'm just being biased because she's mine, but I've done a lot of work on this bike to make her as pretty as she is, and man, she's accepted it. I'm in love with this bike, man. This bike has brought me so much joy throughout my time here in Medellin, and I suggest anyone that's going to stay here long term invest in a motorcycle. You know what I mean? So yeah, I bought her in February 2023. So we've had over a year together, and it's been awesome every second. So yeah, I just wanted to do a little appreciation for my Moto, my beautiful motorcycle that has brought me so much joy, guys. But today's video is actually about why I'm never leaving Medellin. You know, I talked a lot about leaving Medellin, and I come to the realization that that's just not gonna happen, because Medellin is too close to perfect as you'll get out of any city in the world, I think. You know, it's not perfect. I've talked a lot about the problems, the issues, some of the problems with people out here in Medellin. But man, overall, this place is awesome. Look at the view out here. It's an amazing view. Look, you can see all the South, Sabaneta, Envigado, La Estrella, 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐿, all the way. Look at the sunbeams just coming down from the clouds. And you know, you can see the beautiful city. It's a little smoggy today, you know, but you guys get the point. It's not a lot of places that are this beautiful. Now, what I wanted to talk about, like I said, is why Kari.HQ might not ever leave Medellin. Like, that's legit. Even though I talk a lot about the bad, I gotta say, man, I still met a lot of great people out here that had my back. I just feel like you're more likely to encounter, you know, bad people at higher quantities than you're gonna encounter quality people. You know what I'm saying? That's just a fact of life. And once you realize that, when you meet bad people here in Medellin, sometimes you just gotta brush it off. You know what I mean? Just brush it off and you know, maintain your form and your stance, looking for good people. So I've met a lot of great people here in Medellin, like I said, that helped me out, do a lot of different things. Like one of the guys, the first guy I rented an apartment from, shout out to you, Gabriel. He's one of the people that's always had my back through thick and thin. Whenever I needed something, he was there, you know what I mean? He never faltered on that, not for 1 second. And there's a few other people, I could probably count them on 2 hands, you know what I mean? Colombians that really show love. But either way, man, let me go through some items of why I just am in love with Medellin. It's gonna be hard to leave this place. So obviously the weather, man. I mean, the weather is awesome here. Most of the time, you just have to worry about a little bit of rain. You know what I mean? So look at this, what I mean. You got a regular day in Texas, it's burning up right now, it's 100 degrees and whatnot. But here, this is what you get. And it's like this all year round, guys. All year round. The only thing that you gotta worry about is some rain. But you know, another big thing for me is the mountains. I didn't know I was such a mountain lover, but Medellin has shown me that, man, I love the mountains. I love them. I love riding a motorcycle up the mountains. I love going hiking through the mountains. I love just waking up, looking out your window to mountains. And last night I was driving, doing a little ride. I went up to 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐞 to my old hood, you know what I'm saying? And when I was riding back, I went through Laureles, and I was riding down Laureles, and then I saw the moon just like right above the mountains. It was one of the most beautiful sights I've ever seen, like straight up. It was magical, man. Like, that was amazing. So another thing that I absolutely just love about the place, about Medellin, is the price, the cost of living here. The cost of living is phenomenal. I think, you know, things have gone up a lot. You know, there's no debating that. There's no debating that. But, you know, a place where a beer is like still $1.50 at a restaurant, or $2 at the most, is amazing. Or, you know, apartment, you might get a spot in a nice area, like I said, you know, anywhere from about $500 to about $1,500. You can get a nice spot out here, hands down. You know what I mean? And there's a lot to do here. You guys always do the same things. A lot of the people that come here as tourists, and even a lot of the expats that end up living here, is Comuna 13, is Guatapé, and you know, that's pretty much the extent of it. Maybe Parque RV and things like that, but you guys gotta branch out, man. There's so much more to do out here. Go see some of the pueblos. The pueblos have given me like a new view of the whole country of Colombia, because you get to see real people out there, man. You get to see people that's not really worried about a whole bunch of BS and that's living real good, calm lives, you know what I mean? So the pueblos are awesome to kind of refresh your mind and give you a new, just fresh feeling, right? Also, the charcos. If you don't know what a charco is, let me explain it to you. It's basically like a river that has like a beach on it. It's weird. They have like these rivers out here in Antioquia that have like beaches aside the river, and they also have like big rocks in the middle of the river, like huge boulders, right? And I guess it slows the water down. So the charcos is one of the best activities to do out here, like on the weekends and stuff like that, you know. And you can do it out there. You can, you know, get some cinder blocks and get some wood, and then get a big pot and make a sancocho. That's what they do out here. It's like the typical thing to do. I also really do love a lot of things about Colombian culture. While there's a lot of things I don't love about Colombian culture, there's so much that I do love. And one of the main things that I love is their ability to parche, as they say. It's like, parche is like chill, kick back. You know what I mean? They might say, cuadramos una parchecito. That means like, let's organize a kickback or something. Let's organize a time for us to chill and kick it. So when they chill and kick it, man, they be with family and friends and stuff like that, and they're always making some good food. Usually it's a sancocho. A sancocho is a big soup with like corn, yuca, potatoes. You can do it with chicken. You can do it with steaks. You know what I mean? Like big chunks of beef. You could do it with pork. People do it with ribs. You know what I mean? There's a million, and they have a trifática, which is all 3 different meats in a sancocho. So that's something that, you know, I learned out here. It's kind of like how we do barbecues in the South. You know what I mean? Let's go over to the homies' backyard and just have a nice little barbecue, right? So their ability to kick back and chill and enjoy life is something that I love about Colombians and Colombia. You know, especially Antioqueños, like they are big on that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how it is necessarily in Bogota, how they kick back, if it's the same type of thing. I assume it's a little bit similar, but that's how they do it here in Antioquia. So that's a few things, you know, the weather, the mountains, the cost of living, the chill vibe, the chill people. It all makes Medellin an amazing place. And even though Medellin's food scene might not be on the level of a Bogota or a Sao Paulo or London, Paris, New York, you know, they have a lot of great food here. A lot of great food is here. Really great restaurants and things like that have come along over the years to make Medellin's food scene very, very good. So that's another thing I really love about Medellin. I also love the placement of Medellin on where it is on the map. It's on the same time zone as Texas half the year, and then New York the other half of the year. So it's on Central or Eastern time zone. It's always going to be one of those two, you know. And if the United States decides to go away with daylight savings, then, you know, it will be on one of those two all year. So that makes it perfect for working here. You know, if you're someone that works remotely on a US schedule, this is an awesome place because you don't have to mess around with your computer and change the time on your computer or something like that. Like if you were gonna live in Ghana, let's say, or Thailand or something like that, it's a lot more challenging from a time standpoint, you know. So that makes Medellin an awesome place. These are some of the common things I feel like really make it great to be here. Also, the motorcycle culture for me is top notch. Like I was never into motorcycles in the United States. I don't know why, but now that I'm into them for sure, when I go back to the United States, it'll be something that I do out there too, but I'll never forget that I got into it here, you know. Medellin sparked my interest from a moto standpoint. It got me started, it got my feet into the game, and that's just what it is, you know. That was my start. I love the fact that a lot of people are coming out here now and discovering Medellin for their first time and things like that, and that's really awesome. So, you know, all that together, it's just an amazing package. I can get here really quick as well. You know, it's just a couple flights from Texas, or if you're in Miami, you know, it's 1 hour flight, you know what I mean? So it's just an amazing place from a location standpoint, right? And you know, those are just a few of the things. Like, I also love how green it is here. That comes with being in the mountains and being close to the equator, but it's amazingly green here. There's always a lot of vegetation, trees, flowers, and all that type of stuff. It's just a lot of natural beauty here. I think this place is one of the most blessed places, you know, from a plant and what is that, geological standpoint. It's just one of the most blessed places on earth. And it's not a surprise that a lot of more people are discovering it. We all know it's changed a lot over the years, like a lot. And that just is what it is. It comes with the territory. I don't think that's gonna slow down, man. I don't know. You know, a lot more people are getting their passports for the first time and things like that. So it just is what it is. Like, that's Medellin for you, man. Wonderful place to be. Great vibes all the time. You kind of do feel like you're in Grand Theft Auto sometimes, because you might see a robbery, you know, while you're driving down the street or something crazy like that, and it just has that kind of free vibe, you know what I mean? Like, it's free flowing, is the wild, wild west. Like, there's no rules, no laws out here. You don't get messed with by the police like you do in the United States. That's another huge thing. I should have brought that up in the beginning of the video. But like, living in certain states, especially like Louisiana and Texas and things like that, man, you're in a constant, you know, state of worrying about your safety and your freedom. You know what I mean? Here in Colombia, it just doesn't work like that. The police don't have so much authority to just rip you out of your car for no reason and throw you in jail for, you know, a small bag of weed or something like that. Whereas though, in the United States, that can happen, you know what I mean? You gotta be constantly on guard about stuff like that. So that feeling of freedom out here is amazing. You just feel a lot more free and safe, actually. Even though there's a lot of crime that happens here, it's funny that you might feel safer, because you're not worried about the police as much. Not every viewer might feel what I'm saying, but I know that people with a certain type of skin are gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm sure that y'all have had experiences throughout your life that you can relate to what I'm saying. So, you know, with that, man, I'm gonna close this video out. I know there's gonna be some crazy comments, and I love you guys hopping in the comments. Like, people have been writing books in my comments. Like, I mean, just crazy, just letting their mind go and putting your thoughts out in my comments. And so I love that we're creating a legit discussion off the videos that I'm making. Like, that makes me feel good, and that's the intended effect that I want. Like a lot of these videos that I do are controversial. This one not so much, but when we get the conversation going and I get to hear from people about what you guys feel about these topics, it's awesome, you know, because I go in there, I see, you know, there's people that agree with me, there's people that completely disagree with me, and it's just good to push that conversation forward, you know. And then there's a lot of idiots saying negative things about me. You know, I just read that and I let it go, you know what I mean? Like when you do this YouTube thing, you kind of got to accept that people are gonna have their own 2 cents to say about everything you got to say, and a lot of people are gonna disagree, and a lot of people are gonna agree, and a lot of people have shown support for a lot of the points that I made. But either way, I want you guys to continue commenting, continue showing love, continue liking my videos, continue subscribing to the channel, man. The more subs we get on this channel, the more I can do for you guys, the more I can venture out and show you new things. Soon enough, we'll be in some new countries. It's already in the books. But, you know, Medellin could quite possibly be my home for a long, long time. And that just is what it is, you know. It's just a beautiful place, one of a kind. And so, yeah, man, I just wanted to bring y'all this video today and give you my thoughts on Medellin and why I love it, since I have been making a little bit of negative discussion about Medellin and stuff like that. So I figured let's do something positive today and talk about some good aspects of Medellin. If you got money, man, you could get you a fine girl out here. Like, that's just one of them things. Like, Medellin's got plenty of beautiful women. I'm not gonna say they're the most moral or ethically you know, correct women, you know, that goes without saying. They have a lot of fakeness and stuff a lot of time, but they're still got some of the most beautiful women that you'll see on this earth. And for a lot of guys, that's a huge motivating factor to come out here. And that just is what it is. So I mean, just look, you know what I mean? It's amazing what this city has created, you know what I mean? And you gotta love it, you gotta love it. So, ¿Qué más? ¿Bien or no? Bien. Okay. Generally, when the people see that you take the time to learn Spanish and stuff like that, they show you a lot of love. So, anyway, I'm gonna just enjoy the beautiful view of Medellin out here as I take a ride back to the crib. Actually, I'm about to go see my homegirl. But man, just riding up here on Las Palmas brings me a lot of joy alone. I just love riding this road. It's a beautiful road. If you ever been out here, you know what I'm talking about. So it's your boy 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐞, aka Mr. Blue Glasses. That's a joke, an inside joke with me and my homie. He said that I don't want the blue glasses to come after me, because I've been wearing these in a lot of my recent videos. So anyway, y'all, shout your boy out. Hit me up on Instagram if you want to lock in and book a consultation. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hit me up on Instagram in my DM. I get you right. Don't forget that the club scene out here is another reason I love it. I forgot that one. The club scene out here is amazing, guys. There's like over 300 clubs that you can go to. Whatever vibe you want to feel, you know, it's here. You know what I mean? So it's never a dull moment in Medellin from a party standpoint. You can always find a spot to get lit. Doesn't matter what day of the week it is. So, you know, if you're looking for a good time out here too, get in my DMs, man, and set up a consultation. I can show you where to go. So make sure you have the best time out here and find what you're looking for. With no further ado, it's your boy Kari.𝐤𝐻𝐾. You know what I'm saying? Drop a comment, like this video for show, subscribe to the channel if you're not a member yet. Get up in there, man. Turn on those notifications. I'm out.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. Wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.